Welcome to Shamrock's second virtual product showcase for 2025. Today's focus is all on trending swag. I attended our industry's largest show several weeks back and wanted to invite two of our preferred partners to join us and discuss hot products and trends from the show. A couple of house cleaning issues to begin. On the right, you'll notice there's a section that says handouts and chat. So our guest speakers have provided some handouts, so please feel free to download those. If for some reason you can't do it, please reach out to your sales director and they will get those for you. And secondly, and maybe more importantly, is the chat. We want to hear your comments, questions, and feedback. Okay, this is a very interactive session. So if you've ever attended a Shamrock event before, you know that chatting equals prizes. Top chatters will be entered into a drawing for some amazing swag. Okay, so let's get started. Let's talk to our first guest. This is Don Spencer. He's the Strategic Sales Manager for HPG Group. HPG is a powerhouse Shamrock partner and represents 9 product lines spanning from what I feel to be the best pen line in our industry, Hub Pen, to delectable food items, packaging, and even high-end audio and lifestyle premium products. If you can't find it with these guys, it doesn't exist. Welcome, Don.
Thanks, Tim. I appreciate it. Appreciate the opportunity to address your group here. So, tell a little bit about me real quick. So, I've been in the industry since 1995, all on the supplier side. I've worked on both sides of the business, the apparel, which is represented here today, and where I am now, which we call affectionately the hard goods suppliers. So, for HPG, I am the strategic account director. I call on our best customers, the best of the best, if you will. My expertise really is working, as we say, off catalog with our best customers to take advantage of the creativity that they have. The company HPG Hub Promotional Group owns 9 supplier companies in the US and Canada. We have factories in Boston, Minneapolis, Dallas, Salt Lake City, Los Angeles, and then we have factories in Toronto, Montreal, and a production facility in Nogales, Mexico. Just on the top 40 customers, there's the periodical that puts out the top 40 suppliers in the industry. I think we're number 7, revenue about $240 million. We do domestically manufacture about 40% of our products, and those product categories include pens, bags, home essential items, things that go in the kitchen, especially that promote your brand, health, wellness, tech, personal care, and our facility in Montreal has that's more of our custom arms. So that's a introduction for me and us.
That's awesome. If you want to start into your product deck, that would be great. We're excited to see what's happening out there.
You got it. So the 2025 trends, and I'll give you these 4 trends and some products inside these trends. NFC, which is near field communication, full color imprinting at all price points. Youth, youth is advertiser's dream. We know the demographic, everyone loves youth, and lifestyle products, and I'll explain lifestyle products when we get there. So this item is, you see here, it's a coolie. We call it the NFC, the near field communications connect coolie. So hold your can of your beverage in the summer. But what this is, and what NFC is, it's the same thing that you use when you put your credit card down on the machine. You see the little radio wave there. You put that on the machine, boom, you pay for your items and you go home. So what we do here is that the chip embedded in this coolie is where you can put the top of your phone to the center of that logo. And as you see on the right where it says Tigers on the phone, a web page comes up. So what we do is Shamrock will give us the URL. This will come pre-programmed. On my next slide, you'll see we have a pin as well. And what that does is that pops up a page. It's a URL that you, the client, the end user, totally controls. You can change that. The address is the same, but you can change the content on that page every single day. As we see here, schools, teams are using it for schedules. Because you can change that. This could go 3-4 years. You can keep it, and you could every year you can change the schedule for teams. I will give you one case history for our NFC Scribe pen. So you see there, it's a click stick pen. At the top, you see the NFC logo. So what we just had recently was a nice case history. Not such a great story, but a nice case history. But a non-for-profit organization did purchase these pens, and the URL was directed to a page. The recipient was and the customer was a domestic abuse victims and people involved in that, unfortunately, and they were giving them to women who knew women that may be in that position. Because no one knows the web page, they just know it's a pin. They don't really know what's going on. But the thing was, a woman could put the top of that pen up to her phone, and the page that comes up was an immediate button that they could dial a number right now to get out of a situation, maybe a dangerous situation, could be life saving. So, kind of a great case history. You could kind of extrapolate that. But NFC technology, I know everyone wants to spend money on promotional products, we want to spend money on social media marketing, mobile marketing. This kind of brings things together for you. So, you'll see, I'll talk about that in trends a little bit, but NFC is a new technology we're trying to incorporate it into some of our products. So
Awesome.
full color printing, um, this is, I had a request here not too long ago for items that sell under $1, full color printing. What do you got? So I did some research real quick, and we have 185 products, if you can believe that. And I want to just show you different price points and different reasons. So this is just a recycled rubber car coaster. Goes in the cup well of your auto. Everyone has them, or they have junk down there. This is easy to take out, uh, shake it out, clean it out. But the cool thing about this, it costs under $1. And the last word you see here, it's mailable. Your local realtor can just buy these, put them in an envelope, and mail them. Very simple to market. So I thought this was cool. I thought, under $1, it's just simple, full color printing, 5-day production, fast. Kind of move it up a little bit. This is a cool item. So this holds your cell phone. As you see here, I travel the country. I'm on airplanes constantly, and I see adults. They want to watch Netflix. They want to use their phone on that tray table on the airplane. And they fumble and they mess it up, and it falls down, and they get mad. That is what this product does. As you see here, it's full color graphics, 50-piece minimum, $2. That's $100 for 50 people. And they will look at this and go, this is perfect. Put it in their bag, carry them with them everywhere they go and they travel, especially. But again, something simple, easy to distribute, not a big minimum, but full color printing. And then as we go up, with spring and summer coming, I, much like many of you, have a Traeger. I have a Blackstone.
Hmm.
I gotta flip my burgers, hold my beer. This is a full color. We sublimate, call it fully decorate that entire coolie. But this has N42 rare earth magnets on the back. This sticks um, right on your grill. You don't need to worry about a shelf. You don't need to worry about spilling it. The thing with these products, it's not so much that this coolie holds a can that keeps your drink cold. What it is someone that says, this is useful. I'm going to keep it everywhere I go. This is advertising. You need eyes on your brand, on your logo. And really, really, it's for, but under $5 is like a magic spot for a lot of people. So the next market we're going to talk about is the youth market. I have grandchildren. I have 6 grandchildren, 3 boys. All 3 have Crocs. Uh, Dentist office, medical offices, everywhere kids go. This is fun. They all wear them, especially in the summer, in the winter too. Um, but just 4 colors included. It's a little lapel pin for your Crocs. This is collectible. People look at it, just giving them a warm, fuzzy feeling. 100-piece minimum. This is very easy to go to market with. I just thought this was interesting to bring to your. Someone in there asked, "Does the tech still work?" Yes, if the coolie's wet, it still works. But the PVC shoe charm, totally customizable. Secondly, a little braggadocious here, but um, Taylor Swift went on concert this past 2 years. Part of the concert series included friendship bracelets, and she brought those kind of to market. We were the company that made those for her. Friendship bracelets are everywhere. They are youth, they are college to kindergarten. Uh, what we are doing with them is you see here singles, we can do singles, but really this is the key right here. We can pack these up for you, 2, 3, we can go as many as 4 in a package. We'll include the full color printing on the front and the back of the card, like you see here. And we'll insert it into a wrapper for you, 100-piece minimum. That you can hand this to them. Your whole message, the 4 things you want them to see, the 3 taglines you want, all customizable. The colors, the smiley face. We have metal beads. We'll put virtuals together for Tim and the group. You just come up with an idea. Uh, these are being worn. They are going to be the hit of the summer, and we're excited to be doing them for you. So the last thing I'll speak about, we call it lifestyle. Uh, apparel goes on your body. We can do apparel head to toe. Shoes, do tag caps. Advertising wants to go where you go. You go to work. You go in the car, and you go home. So there's products designed for that. But then there's this lifestyle. It just goes everywhere you go. You can take it anywhere you go. It's not really defined. What we have here in our RPET wraparound pouch, this can go around your arm. It can go around your Yeti. It's got a Velcro uh, on it to wrap around. As you see here, you can put your phone in it. The top zips, you can put your credit cards, your driver's license. You can walk with that. You got it all. You don't need to carry a small backpack anymore with all your cards and your little bit of this, little bit of that. You can walk in ready to go, even through airport security, which I know go through. You can keep it empty. The tumbler can be empty, and it's all right there, easy, secure. Everything's ready there for you. So this has been a hit for us. We can do a solid color and with a full color imprint, or as you see here, we have a overseas production for 1,000 piece minimum where we will imprint every single square centimeter of this pouch for you. So you can be really creative with this product if you like it. I want to also add our we call our pontoons, our floating speaker. This was a hit. Uh, People are being they're going to be in the pool here in a couple of months, and this is a Bluetooth speaker that floats. I wouldn't take it to the bottom of the pool, but no problem splashing around, getting it wet. Little dunk here, little dunk there. Would not be worried about it. The thing about with HPG, especially our tech line, because tech is really the driver of lifestyle products. As you see here, I think as you'll see on all of them, the MOQ is 10 pieces. So you're spending 30, $20, but you're only having it as a minimum of 10 pieces. So that's one thing to keep in mind. But wireless speakers are big. Not everyone can put earphones in. So our Anchor, this is our MagSafe wireless speaker, so it sticks to the back of your phone. It's a 5-watt speaker. You can hear it, but not the entire building can't hear it. You're not going to bother anybody. Again, 10-piece minimum, full color graphics included, and it sticks magnetized right to the back of your phone. Our slim power bank here, it's good to have in your in your bag because your phone is just going to get down to like make you nervous when the light turns red. You get 20%, but you get nervous. Here you go. And again, you have 10 piece minimum under $20. This is just something, tech is just something people take with them everywhere. I have two more. This is a cool item. This we call the Chromio. So these are earbuds and they fit in the case like you see there. But when the case closes, the back of the case is MagSafe, and it is the top is a wireless charger. So what you do is plug it in, your earbuds are charged, and your phone is charged. So it's a two-in-one. You don't have to carry multiple cables, multiple blocks, and multiple chargers. So I know we all want to carry less is best, right? Want to carry as little as we can, which leads me to my last product, which is our Soho collection, a neoprene backpack. I could give you um, from the advice from the field. My daughter is a freshman at West Virginia University, and these college kids, everything is small. Everything is small. She is a iPad girl. She's not a laptop girl. So we have a collection of bags. We have a full backpack. We have a small backpack. And we have a crossbody bag in this. But this neoprene collection is started off very good for us. So 10 pieces. But what I do want you to see on here is we're going to decorate in full color the plate on the bag, and we're going to actually full color imprint all three zipper pulls on there. This is going to give you really a retail look. I mean, this is a retail uh, looking bag, and we have 4 lines of bags and included on all of those. So that's a quick look at some segments, some demographics, some hot trending products in there, and that's what I have for you.
Wow, Don, that's like amazing. I mean, so the show being 6, 8 weeks ago, what are clients sampling the most? And like, I guess most importantly, like from even our side, like us going out to see our customers, what were the items that were the big buzz in the booth?
So tech reigns today. Tech rules. The speakers are probably. The number one in tech, the wireless speakers. What I'm showing you is new. We probably have seven or eight more behind that. I mean, we can, the whole party
Sure.
can hear that. But with speakers, one thing that we're doing, because one of our uh, companies, Evans, is, manufactures tote bags. Tote bags are big because they come in all sizes, all shapes, and we're doing full color dye sublimation printing on those. Those, it's like a boring product till you see your logo in full color dye sublimation that pops, and you can print it end to end. That changes things. That is a bag people keep. Everyone has 10 tote bags. They go to the food store, they bring them, they bring them in and put their groceries in them. But our Evans full color dye sublimation totes are are probably number one as far as Evans, as far as sampling. Health and wellness is a big. We're starting to sample kits. People want to buy things together, so like a band dispenser and a pill box together. Um, that's a big part of our sampling, but I would say tech is leading the. It's a personal buy. They want to know.
Sure.
I don't know what a 5 watt speaker. What does this sound like? So probably tech is the number one thing that we're sampling.
Awesome. So if you had a crystal ball, what do you see coming down the pike in the balance of the year? Anything crazy?
Yeah. So I would tell you right now is in our industry, because this industry and us specifically, there's a lot of importing that goes on in this business, and it's now worldwide importing, which is the good thing. But I think things are going to calm down. There is the one bad thing about right now that's causing problems for us in business and at home is just unsurety. No one knows how's it going to be. What are the rules going to be? How is it going to be? And I think that is about to settle down, I would say, here pretty soon. And I think Q2 historically takes off. People get out, people promote their business out in the wild, out in the wilderness here. They're out doing picnics, they're out doing ball games, they're doing festivals, they're sponsoring runs, they're doing all this stuff, right? So I think just the weather helps as well. But I will say, I do believe things are going to calm down. And once you know the rules, budgets tend to open up and people want to be creative in promotional marketing. I think they're going to get that opportunity. So I think when things calm down, attitudes, mindsets are going to be different, and requests are going to be a little different as well.
Yeah, it just kind of jumps us right into the tariff situation. I mean, you guys having some domestic supply chain situations where you're manufacturing here in the States, it will help. But again, do you think it's going to affect your product line and as a whole, or is it just pieces and parts?
So I know I watch the news like everyone else and get the same stomach turning like everyone else. But remember, in this industry, Tim, you and I were there the first go around when tariffs hit hard, not hit. They're hitting now. They hit
Yep.
hard 4 or 5 years ago, right? So that probably woke this industry up to do worldwide sourcing and not made from China. It was very easy. Just like you and I know each other personally, we know our Chinese factories very personal as well. The Canton Gift Show in April, everyone goes there. We're all friends. That kind of had to change things. We had to open things up, and it did open up the markets. We're sourcing from Vietnam, Pakistan, the Philippines, Taiwan. Um, we are not so much worried because we've played this game before. Our CEO, as you know, came out after Vegas, and when the Chinese tariffs came out, he said there's nothing to worry about. And like I've told you before, we have, in this business, we do ad hoc sales. We do, you buy some, here's your price, la la la. But you guys do programs. You have customers that commit to products, and they want that drinkware to be available to them for the rest of the year. And like I've told you,
Right.
I have the green light to commit to pricing on everything that we sell through December 31st.
Yeah,
So
that's great.
we played the game. We kind of know our way around it, and yeah, we're not so much concerned about it.
Awesome. So obviously, we've got a lot of our valued clients here today, and obviously, we know that you don't get the chance to interact with them like we do. What message do you want them to take from the HPG group, and what should they be asking their sales director to turn to you for? What's that one thing, one or two things?
Yeah. So because the trend in the industry is for people like myself to have a very though a nationwide reach, but a very small set of our client, the 80/20 rule, if you will, more like 90/10. But our like Shamrock, our customers that invest a lot in us, right, and request a lot for us. So they're putting people like me. There's four of us around the country. We are working hand in hand with our with our partners. Um, I would, I that's we used to just show you product to leave. Now we sit down and talk about projects and um, programs. And I kind of look at what I do. My relationship with my customers is um, the as you would imagine a game of football between the 20s. Football is the easy game. You run around, you throw the ball, life is easy, and you get great plays and you complete the pass and you move the chains. But inside the 20-yard line, the red zone, it's very hard to score. And that's what I would say to your customers that work with you and your salespeople is that you and I have a relationship. And when you and I are involved in a project, we're going to go off catalog, if you will, off the website. I'm going to be telling your people things that we can do. We'll be doing things special for your people, for your customers. So you can be creative and you can ask us to do things that we don't advertise that we do. Kidding probably is one of the things that people ask about, but the fact that I kind of call it the golden age of promotional because you and I are going to work closer together because you're going to know things that we can do that no one else will be able to tell your customers. I know they deal with other people maybe, but Shamrock's going to be able to do things. They're going to make your creativity come true, and that is probably that's the future.
Well,
Really is.
we
Yeah,
appreciate that. Obviously, I mean, the key thing is getting us involved early,
yep,
working on virtuals, spec samples, things of that nature, and that really makes the difference. Obviously, getting involved early. So
yep.
great insight, Don. I really appreciate it. I really want you to stick around. We need
Yep,
help in the chat because it's cranking right now.
you
So
got it.
stick
I'll look
around.
at
Please
it.
feel free to answer any questions or whatever. But we're going to move on to our next
Yeah.
guest. Thank you. Our next guest will be focusing on the apparel side of things today. Lake Tankersley is the Midwest Territory Sales Manager for T-Shirt Tycoon. So don't let the name fool you. They are much, much, much more than just T-shirts. So just imagine when you're thinking about your most comfortable T-shirt, your go-to fleece that in that cold afternoon when you get home from work, you're searching for in your closet to put on a daily basis. And that's T-Shirt Tycoon. Lake's organization has the most advanced decorating techniques in the industry, and their product, finish, and look, feel are so custom but yet affordable. So unlike most silk screened imprints on t-shirts and fleece, you're hard pressed to believe that their product and imprints are not actually manufactured into the product. So in some of their cases, most of their cases, their decoration applications are so soft you can't even feel it. So without stealing any more of his thunder, let's bring him on and let's talk to Lake. Thanks for joining us, Lake.
Yeah, thanks for having me. And
Great.
thanks,
So if you could
Don.
tell us a little bit about T-shirt Tycoon, and then you can move right into your product deck, that would be awesome.
Yeah, so I've personally I've been with T-shirt Tycoon for 14 years, my entire professional career. Starting when the company was only about 30 days old and still under a non-compete from the owner's previous business. And so I've learned everything I know at this company and fully integrated. I feel a sense of ownership in what I do, and I'm proud to work for it. Tycoon's a little bit different for your clients to understand is that most silk screeners are just they're jobbers. They offer one service. It's a messy process. It's about getting product out the door. Tycoon is different in that we came into this industry number one to create lifestyle apparel. Like you were talking about that favorite sweatshirt that you've got, whether you bought it at an airport gift shop or it was a present from a retail brand. Everybody has their favorite stuff. We want our product to be that thing in the closet. We're special in that we were incubated by a high spec label manufacturing company. We started out in a shared facility and they make airplane gauges, hospital bed sensors, OEM labels on equipment. And so we took that same precision mentality, documentation, process, and quality focus, and became ISO certified, just like they were. Which you're not going to find another apparel manufacturer decorator with an ISO quality, process built in. Um, we're also a little bit special because of the one-stop shop. So your clients might not appreciate how much easier it is for you to work with us because we control the design, the decoration, the apparel manufacturing, the kitting, the drop shipping for you so that your team isn't having to work with 3 or 4 different suppliers just to get that one order out the door. You can rest easy. Your clients place an order with Shamrock. Shamrock places it with us. There's not 4 or 5 different POs being cut and things being chased around. So Tycoon is unique in that one-stop shop approach to everything from t-shirts to sweatshirts to custom jackets, polos, etc.
And we appreciate that, by the way.
That's right here. We've been strong for 14 years and continue to grow, just as a testament to what you just said.
Awesome. You want to jump into the product deck? That'd be great.
Yeah, I'll give you a quick run through. So that one PO solution, very important to quality first and foremost, because we own up to the product. We're not passing the buck saying that the supply chain one step removed sent the wrong color blanks to our print facility, or there were holes or stains. There's no excuses. It's our product, so we get it done. We've tried to make it easy and break up what we do from the everyday one color print on a t-shirt, from stock items to semi-custom, where we're adding bells and whistles to a stock product, to fully custom cut and sew, just separate categories with separate mentalities because of quantity requirements, lead times, and price points. Another thing I'll talk about is our proprietary butter wash treatment. That's one of the few buzzwords that does make it out to end users that people have heard of. We are a behind the scenes company. We only work exclusively through promotional product distributors and manufacture for a few retail brands. And so we aren't often in a position to market ourselves to the public, but butter wash is a word that has made its way out the door and ends up coming back when people search for that. The signature part about working with T-Shirt Tycoon product is that the neck label is fully customized. We are not here to promote T Tycoon or Tycoon apparel as some kind of faux industry brand. We believe that you are working with Shamrock because you want to see your logo, your branding, your brand identity on the apparel. And so co-branding doesn't make sense unless you're putting your logo on a Peter Millar polo or a North Face jacket where you feel like you're elevating yourself. With t-shirts and most products, you are the star of the show. And so that little neck label is the first thing that your employees, the people that you're handing this product out to and advertising to, they're going to look to see what size it is and what brand, and voila, it's your brand. It doesn't just have to be a simple logo. We've had companies put a distillery. So Willet Distillery had the master distiller's signature inside the neck as kind of an authentic, the master distiller signed off on this piece. People will put funny messages from management, hide little Easter eggs about the company inside the care instructions where it'll say made on earth by humans instead of, made in USA. So it's a fun, small imprint, but it does make the biggest impact. And it gets people to realize that this is all about you and not some of those other brands that you see that don't really provide quality. One of our big clients is Harley Davidson motorcycles. And you can imagine a brand like Harley. They are cool. They are the cool. They're Americana. They're at the top of their game. And if you picked up a Harley Davidson t-shirt and it said, Gildan in the neck, they feel like that's going to reduce their brand, standing. It doesn't elevate them. And so think about it for yourself. Is there another brand that you think would elevate you, or should you focus on yourself? So that's a key part of what we're doing, as opposed to other supply chain partners in the apparel segment. The stock, semi-custom, and full custom it's kind of an easy 1, 2, 3. If you need product right away, you need small quantities, you need price points low. We inventory blank goods ready to decorate and ship from our Dallas, Texas production facility. That stock solution is where most people get their feet wet, getting into soft t-shirts, soft fleece, etc. Semi-custom is like this quarter zip that I'm wearing right now. We produce this for Gatorade. It's a stock white quarter zip, very simple, just a small left chest logo on it, but we actually printed and cut and sewed their brand color into the collar as an insert. So this thing looks fully made to order, but it's just a stock white quarter zip. So I think we produced 48 or 72 of these for an executive event. So semi-custom is a way to take that kind of stock product and make it look fully made to order. Doesn't break the bank. You don't have to buy a ton of them. And then full custom is just what it sounds like. If you've got a product that there's no way it's sitting as a blank good on the shelf, we can cut and sew that completely to order. The stock products are a great way to focus on our unique decorating techniques. We have over 30 different textures, ink types, ways to simulate different things like applique. That's a common one that people really want chenille applique or tackle twill until they see the cost or they see the lead time or the minimums. We can actually screen print it using that same high spec technology that our sister company uses for labels. We can actually print textures to look just like leather, look just like applique sewn on, look just like denim. Then there's the metallics, the foils, jumbo printing. So that stock product is an easy way to get creative with the graphics and let the garment be more simple and basic and not overthink it. The semi-custom category is really the one that we push the hardest. As you can see in these examples, we're doing garment dye at small quantities. At 144 units, you can have Pantone matched apparel from t-shirts, joggers, crew neck sweatshirts, crop tops, etc. And having a garment in your brand color is really the way to get everybody on the same page for that brand identity. There's a good case study from Dr. Pepper, very signature color, that maroon, that deep red. CMO went into a room, and there were 8 different Dr. Pepper t-shirts and apparel items on the table, and not one of them was the actual Dr. Pepper color, and they were all different. And so with our garment dye capabilities in small quantities, you can actually have your Pantone color as the star on that apparel. As you can see an example, the Jose Cuervo, that's actually a cloud dye. So we can take your brand colors and add textures to them, whether it's a mineral wash, dip dyes with multiple colors stacked. You can get really fun with the apparel and let the branding be simple. So as opposed to the print techniques I just talked about, if you don't want to print your logo with a texture on it or in a metallic ink or have to overthink that graphic design, if we make the apparel the cool factor, you can just do a left chest, simple one color logo and not overthink the graphic side of the project. The semi-custom includes things like Pantone matched draw cords on a stock hoodie. So it could be as simple as having a navy hoodie, and then boom, we switch out the draw cords on it to your brand color, and that hoodie looks completely made to order, but you're only having to do 144 pieces of it. Custom pockets are another popular semi-custom add-on. The peekaboo pocket, where you have an icon, a character, something kind of just poking up out of the pocket, is popular all over printed designs. Most of your clients probably have some official patterns or different geometric shapes, things that might not lend themselves to printing as an all-over design on a t-shirt. That all-over print is pretty specific to people wanting to wear that or not, but a custom pocket allows you to put that pattern, those shapes onto the apparel without having to do the all-over jumbo effect. The full custom category is one people get excited about because you can customize every single aspect about the apparel item. So Tim and I probably both wear polos or button-down shirts or vests. We probably don't like the exact same brands and the way that those brands fit. And whenever you find off-the-shelf goods, you are kind of stuck with what's available. When we go full custom, you can tailor that piece to be cut a little bit long, a little bit short. You can make a button down, have short sleeve, long sleeve, buttons on the pocket, no buttons. These little details that might be important to you can be done when we make it to order. We've had customers send in retail pieces. We did a Sherpa jacket for TikTok about 2 years ago for an influencer kit. It was only about 400 pieces. I mean, that's more than just your everyday order, but it's not a ton. They sent in a North Face sample. The retail price on that thing was about $225. So, and not something that you could buy wholesale, but we were able to kind of go with the same North Face style. We didn't knock it off. It's not a replica, but it was the same quality. Had a lot of the same features, but we were able to put a custom liner on the inside of the jacket. The welt pockets had a custom liner. The zipper pull was customized. And so starting with a retail example, find your favorite brand. We can actually create something just like it in relatively small quantities. That's fun for novelty situations. McDonald's is a good case study here on screen. We've done things like hoodies that had a sleeping bag bottom and a hoodie up top. Things just to get social media buzzing about your brand. You can get kind of fun and creative, and not so much on the utilitarian side of apparel, but more on the fun, buzzworthy side. And then the butter wash keyword that I talked about earlier, that's actually a proprietary softening wash that we do on the apparel. We have a big laundering facility, and we put the t-shirts, hoodies, etc., through an intense wash and dry cycle that it doesn't degrade the quality of the piece, but it simulates about 10 washes at home without any of the wear and tear. And so when you put that t-shirt on out of the box, it's not crisp, it's not going to shrink. We've taken all the shrinkage out. It fits like it's been in your closet for years. It makes any fabric feel softer than how it started. It's really a fun way to get people to get that kind of shock and awe whenever you hand it to them and they realize that, oh, this is just a simple logo t-shirt, but now this thing is going to be my favorite piece that I pull out of the closet. The packaging side of what we do, we're supplying to a number of distributors that have, kits, bags, swag bags, event marketing. The belly band wrap that we put on t-shirts is a very versatile way to engage with the recipient. It beats a poly bag hands down. Nobody loves little trash bags floating around. It's really annoying whenever you get something and you have to take all that packaging off. The belly band is just a simple paper wrap that's printed in full color. It can have a QR code on it that takes people to your website or maybe a YouTube video. You can put coupons. For this example, for a local, pizza shop, you can put, hey, if you get this t-shirt, you get 25% off your next visit. We've done it for events where there's a golden ticket type raffle offering where every recipient at a conference got a t-shirt. It had a QR code on it. You had to scan it, put in some of your basic information, and one winner won a Yeti cooler. There were 5 runners up, and then everybody else just got a thank you message. And since it's on a QR code, you don't know which one you have until you scan it and engage with the people that gave it to you. So that belly band, people haven't even used the t-shirt. They haven't put it on their body yet, and already they've engaged with the company promoting themselves with that item. And we can put belly bands on fleece items too, on custom product. It's not just t-shirts. It makes for easy tabletop stacking if your clients put on, go attend trade shows or farmers markets, whatever. These things have size stickers on the outside so that you can just grab and go out of a box. You're not fumbling through folded t-shirts trying to check the neck label and then you hand it and it's already unfolded. The belly band is a really clean way to promote your company and really not break the bank doing it.
Love it.
The apparel category is interesting because nothing on screen will represent the quality, the softness, the cool factor. It's all about putting it on your body. We have pallets and pallets of overrun samples. We keep, we add a few on each job just to account for any spoilage, and any of the good ones left over we have as samples, and we want to get those out the door to your clients. And so you'll speak with your contact at Shamrock. Maybe it's a specific item that I talked about, or maybe it's just a general introductory kit of best sellers, but we have really cool case study pieces from recognizable name brands, and you can see how they're using apparel to market, and maybe you emulate it, maybe you spin off of that, but we want to get these samples to you to see the quality, see the softness, ask for more, but we want to use these as seeds, so please just work with Shamrock on getting samples to you. I've got a few slides here just to jump into a quick case study to see. I didn't touch on our graphic design capabilities too much before, but we have an in-house design staff who come in all day, every day, who are working with some of our retail partners like Supreme and brands under VF Group. These guys know retail trends. They know what's hot. They know how to take simple logos and make them cool. And these services are provided at no charge to Shamrock, so it's not like there's some billing cycle that goes through before you get cool ideas. We just start with good assets. You'll get good results. So as long as we have good logos, our in-house team understands production. They'll take the brand guidelines and some information about the project and create a slide deck like I'm going to show you here. We always start off with that private label in the top left corner. First and foremost, we want to make sure that the brand represents what you want to see. This slide also shows a woven hem label and a custom hang tag. These are other small little bells and whistles you can add to really make your product seem on par with top retail brands, but it's still a promotional product at the end of the day. The custom hood liners and draw cords shown here, again, it might just be a one color step and repeat, but whenever you pair it on the right piece, you do the soft decoration on a nice quality item. all of a sudden you've created a promotional item that people are going to wear 1,000 times. We're not a low cost provider to Shamrock. We're not here to tell you we're going to be the cheapest game in town, but when you're in my position, I travel probably once or twice a month to see my clients, and I'm at the airport. I've been on airplanes and seen on the other side of the country and seen people walk onto my Delta plane wearing a T-shirt that we printed 3 or 4 years ago. And you think somebody probably argued in a meeting about, oh, do we need to spend an extra dollar to go with that version versus what we were doing in the past? But if that T-shirt has been worn for 4 years in airports, TSA lines, checkout counters at the grocery store, high school football games, that dollar has amortized over who knows how many eyeballs seeing it. So creating lifestyle pieces like these hoodies and some of these T-shirts that I'm showing here, if somebody's going to wear this thing 1,000 times, the cost savings game is less of a conversation. It's more about how many people are going to see it through that life cycle. The custom cut and sew aspect of what we do, it doesn't have to be something crazy and novelty. This sweatshirt with the custom ribbed cuffs and collar, very popular way to just add hints of your brand without it dominating. You can see it's just a left chest print. The joggers just have that one location there on the left leg. It doesn't have to be all step and repeat or crazy dye patterns. We can do it in a really tasteful and classy way. We know that not everybody wants to go for that full Harley Davidson look. Adding things like custom neck taping inside of an apparel item, like there's popular t-shirt brands like Howler Brothers. They're known, you get those t-shirts and they all have custom taping inside the neck. It's not an off the shelf, Gildan kind of commodity promotional product. We're able to offer that to your clients. The dye treatments, again, to be very, very popular. Because it's that lifestyle, like we talked about with Don and before, was you want this thing to get as many impressions as possible. And if people look like a billboard, they're not going to wear this thing out into the public. The button down shirts, again, this is something your clients need to see in person. This isn't a cheap kind of made in China $5 single use, feels like a picnic table blanket. We can do woven cotton, we can do poly spandex, we can if you find a retail brand with a specific fabric, we can actually make dress shirts, step and repeat patterns. We can do placement prints with stripes, but getting out of the t-shirt side and the casual, but more into the formal or even into athleisure, that fully custom solution is a fun one to play in. And again, you can see here the belly band wrap. It's one of the what can I say, most cost-effective ways to double or triple the engagement factor of our own product for a fraction of the cost of the actual t-shirt. So that Cisco deck is just a quick representation of what our team is putting out all day, every day for a number of clients. If I could leave here with saying one thing, it's use our art team to your advantage. It doesn't have to be for an order that's going to be placed next week. It could be getting ahead for summer or fall of later this year. We want to get those ideas pumping, and it's something that we're happy to provide to Shamrock and all of your customers.
That's awesome. Like, I really appreciate it. And again, it all starts with the basic concept. So get with your Shamrock sales director, get them some art, and tell them that you want to see some of these renderings, because it's truly amazing stuff. And something that I know that our customers don't know is that you can literally eat off the floor of your organization. And if you could just give us a little bit of information and the commitment to sustainability while still maintaining the best lifestyle apparel products in the industry, that would be great. Because one thing we normally like to touch on is some sustainability and things like that, but we didn't. But some of the processes that these folks are using are very, very sustainable.
Yeah, we take sustainability very seriously, and we took a little bit of a different approach than most suppliers in our industry that just focus on the product itself or the material it's made from. We get asked a lot, oh, do you have a t-shirt that's made from recycled water bottles? But nobody's asking about all the processes and steps that go into actually making that shirt and the energy usage involved, the people that were working on it, what's done with the decorating supplies, the inks, the dyes. Afterward, people are just worried about the fabrication of that shirt. And we made a large capital investment about 4 years ago in our new facility, and we purchased all new state-of-the-art equipment for our anybody that's familiar with screen printing. You actually have to burn the image that's going on the shirt. it gets burned onto on a screen. Traditionally, that's done with film and a big big light station with emulsion. We got rid of all of that and invested in direct to screen technology so that we've eliminated films. We don't have these light tables just sitting there burning these super bright fluorescent lights. It goes right onto the screen. That was a huge chunk of our square footage in our old facility. The new one, it's just a small climate controlled room. Screen cleaning, instead of having a guy with a pressure washer just blasting screens for 10 minutes at a time trying to get that image off of it to make ready for a new one, we just slide it into an eco rinse that takes that screen, it recycles the cleaning water all day so that we can actually get rid of all the old screens, create all new ones, without having somebody there just chugging water down the drain. Our filtration, a lot of people don't realize that there are more regulations about what we can put down the drain into the sewer in Texas than there is in California. We take our water treatment very seriously so that anything that leaves our shop down that drain has already been cleaned, rinsed, filtered as much as possible. And so it's these little steps that are behind the scenes as far as sustainability goes, and the environment that people are unfamiliar with. We don't make our employees eat off the floor. I know you said people could. We built a nice new break room for everybody, but it is a state-of-the-art facility with direct machine interface and technology that goes into every single manufacturing step. It's squeaky clean. We hold our employees to high standards for the environment they work in, and in turn, we get better employees, better skilled labor, happier people making your product, which you get happy people that love their job. They're going to do a good job at it. So it's a fun environment to work in. And if you talk with Tim and your sales director, we open our doors of our facility and love to show kind of behind the scenes, kind of a Willy Wonka situation. Come and see how it's made, see the people that are making the product, and I think it'll make you appreciate when you get that box of T-shirts and you open it that you know what went into it.
Awesome. So the looming tariff situation, is it going to affect the product pricing for you folks?
We're pretty insulated. Just like Don said, we've been through this before. Nobody's fully immune to it, especially if we don't know what the situation is going to turn in a month or 6 months. But we've spread out our manufacturing. We have a very strong USA footprint, from T-shirts, of several different cuts: men's, women's, youth, long sleeve, short sleeve. That's really our core product line. Any of our products that start with a USA prefix as the item number are made in America. And those are our best-selling items. That's probably 70% of our business. And that goes from stock pieces to custom cut and sew. We have orders shipping every day with fully USA made sublimated polos, quarter zips, jackets. And so we are able to insulate ourselves a little bit from international trade, tariffs, issues like that. We custom quote every project. And so that allows us also to not be married to a price sheet of, this is what the other guy's doing, let's tack 5 cents onto it and move on. We actually look at our cost of manufacturing closely, and are able to monitor and promote products that aren't going to be affected as much as others.
Love it. Love it. So as I said to Don earlier, it's you don't get a chance to interact with our end users like we do on a daily basis. Is there one tip that you can give them about us, bringing T-shirt Tycoon to their next promo?
Yeah, I would say, we're not the end all be all of every apparel situation and usage. I would say take one of our sample T-shirts. It can be a one color print on the center chest. Hold it up to what you've been doing in the past. Look at the cost of what it's going to take to get that done, and make an educated decision on, okay, which shirt is going to get worn for years and years and years? Which one is going to get thrown in the trash? Are we trying to save a dollar, or are we trying to get 10,000 more eyeballs on our company logo, and in what environment? And if we lose out on price, we'll sleep good at night. What we want you to do is know that this option is there for you if you want that lifestyle piece. And back to the sustainability part, there's nothing more sustainable than a T-shirt that stays in your closet and gets worn for 10 years, or 5 years. You can have a recycled bamboo T-shirt that claims to be very sustainable, but if that thing ends up in the hotel trash can after a conference and it hasn't even been worn once, There was nothing sustainable or eco about it. So just make that decision. Take one of our shirts, hold it up to the competition, and see which one would you personally wear, and then translate that to whenever you give it out, what people are going to enjoy.
Absolutely love it. That's what we preach, quality over quantity. So,
Yeah.
well, thanks, Lake. I appreciate the insight. Great presentation. So thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Our pleasure. All right, so that wraps up today's session. Special thank you to Don and Lake for co-hosting and sharing their insight on trending swag this afternoon. So a special note to our valued partners out there and clients. If you're located anywhere near the Westlake headquarter facility, we're hosting a Cinco de Mayo in-person showcase Friday, May 2nd from 1 to 4. Come shop for your next swag project and stick around for the margaritas. What a great way to finish the week and ease into the weekend. So invites will probably be going out within the next couple weeks, so keep an eye out for those. So if you are a winner in the chat raffle, we will be reaching out to you. Thank you everybody for joining. We greatly appreciate your support, and cheers.